Shares of KornFerry are up 14% over the past week after the executive search firm beat street estimates in its second quarter. Here to talk about the company and the search environment is its CEO, Gary Burnison. Welcome, Gary.
Thank you.
All right, so you really beat the street, I guess, last week by 3 cents. What drove the outperformance?
Well, we're taking a firm that was monoline, and it's one thing to attract great people, but then it's a whole different thing to get them to work together, to inspire, empower, and that's the solutions we're building. To allow a CEO to get people to wake up at 4:30 without the alarm clock.
All right, and how does the rest of the year look for you? Are there a lot of corner offices for you to fill?
I think there's a sense of normalcy and a sense of confidence that's returning. We're another month, another quarter away from that train wreck, the Great Recession. So this is a Nike swoosh. We're 4 years into this thing. And you're sensing more confidence, more normalcy in the environment we're in.
All right, let's talk about that Great Recession. 5 years ago, this week, Lehman failed. What does your financial business look like right now, not just here, but in Europe and Asia?
Well, it's actually getting better, slowly. But it is improving. I mean, it went down. At one point, it was 22% of our overall offerings, went down to about 12%, and now it's back up to about 17%. So again, the re-regulation and all the things that are going on in financial services, slowly things are improving, and that's not just here, it's also in Asia and Europe.
And where are most of those jobs within the financial sector? Is it more on compliance as opposed to hiring traders again?
Well, it was, but there continues to be a move, from investment banking, from traders into commercial banking, wealth management, private equity, and that's slowly increased over the last 4 years.
So those are the hot spots. Let's talk about Silicon Valley. What's going on with regard to hiring in Silicon Valley? Because that really has been steadfast through the Great Recession.
And it continues to be. Look, if you're a CEO like myself, there's this incredible fight for growth and relevancy. And so, the levers of growth are not as obvious as they were 2 decades ago. And one of those levers of growth is kind of borderless consumption, using the internet to sell goods and services all around the world. So anything digital, anything enabling a CEO to reach his or her customer, it's really, really robust right now.
And let's talk about one of the hottest CEOs in Silicon Valley right now, Marissa Mayer. She's been in the media quite a bit, did quite a nice pictorial as well. What's your view about the way she's leading Yahoo?
Well, as a CEO, you're in the what business and the how business, the why business, but ultimately, you're in the people business. And I think the one thing that she's done is, she's driven a sense of culture, a sense of confidence, a sense that people are important. And that's the business you're in as a CEO.
All right. Well, there's also another big job opening available. Maybe if she wants to leave Yahoo, there's an open spot, or it's opening up soon at Microsoft. How would you handicap the race to replace Steve Ballmer?
Well, that's a great company. It's a household brand. You've got a big luxury liner that has to be made more relevant, and it has to be turned. Much like with Ford several years ago, that would be a great analogy.
Well, do you think that Microsoft will go with someone younger, like a Marissa Mayer or a Jeff Weiner at LinkedIn, or someone older and more established to turn that luxury liner, that battleship around?
I think age is irrelevant. It really comes down to some people's passion, right? But it's going to require a visionary, for sure, to set the direction, as well as a really good operator.
All right, thanks a lot, Gary.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching The Street.